Hi everyone, welcome to the second installment of the skateboarding knowledge transfer. आप सभी का स्वागत है स्केटबोर्ड ज्ञान दे रहा हूँ मैं यहाँ पे स्केटबोर्ड ज्ञान में आप सभी का स्वागत है। तो थोड़ी देर इंतजार करते हैं, लेट्स वेट फॉर सम टाइम एंड लेट सम मोर पीपल join in this live feed. I'm hoping you guys are safe and having fun, and I would recommend that you guys give at least 1 hour to your body. Do whatever, exercise or workout or whatever you feel like, but at least give 1 hour to your body. So my name is Anubhav Vijayvargiya. I'm from Indore, Madhya Pradesh. I work for India Skate Culture. We provide goods and services in the realm of skateboarding. These are some things about me. Okay, let me tell you that today's session is going to be a little bit more hectic and I must say awesome. आज का सेशन पिछले सेशन से काफ़ी इंफॉर्मेशन भरा होगा और काफ़ी इंसाइटफुल होगा, तो कृपया बने रहिए. So let's start with the discussion. These are the topics of today's conversation. We are going to learn about the qualification system and pathway to the Olympic Games. किस तरह से आप क्वालिफाई कर सकते हैं और कैसे हमें आगे बढ़ना है, तो किस तरीके से हम ओलंपिक गेम्स तक पहुंच सकते हैं. RSFI कंपेंडियम, रोलर स्केटिंग फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया के बारे में थोड़ा सा संक्षेप इंफॉर्मेशन. OWSR रैंक, ओलंपिक वर्ल्ड स्केटबोर्डिंग रैंकिंग्स के बारे में हम देखेंगे, जो पिछले पार्ट में दैट वी हैव सीन सम एथलीट्स. The judging criteria about how the judges give marks, award podium finishes. We'll get to know about that as well. So we'll see the various skate parks of India as well. Let me move on to the next slide. So here you can see that the national roller games that are being organized by the Roller Skating Federation of India are actually the first step towards gaining ranking points. So once you are in the national championship, you gain some points, you get a rank, then you qualify for the world ranking events like Street League Skateboarding, Dew Tour, World Roller Games Barcelona, and then perhaps as per your rankings you qualify for the Olympic Games. Let us see this introduction video that I have been able to get about the most famous skateboarding tournament in the world, that is Street League Skateboarding Super Crown.
You know, this is it. This is Street League. This is the Super Crown, man. I'm psyched to be here. I don't want to throw it away for nothing. It's a hard contest. This is the finals. This is full force, you know?
The one thing that is good about qualifiers is you can do tricks and see what kind of score you're going to get for that trick, and we can't do that here.
I think it's sick. Everybody that's in the contest is so good. Doing sick stuff.
When I'm having my best time, out on the course just having fun with everyone, that's when I feel I skate my best.
We haven't had any of these obstacles before. We don't know what to do on it yet.
Street League's trying to have us sacked out here pretty much today.
I know, Mark, you can see in the background, it's seriously the scariest skate park feature I've ever skated, but I also really like it.
I think people will be getting pretty jiggy on that though.
I think it's a really good course because I think it's equally challenging for kind of every skater.
some things in a course like this are disguised. You know, you'll have a bump to bar. One side's taller than the other side, but it's actually really hard to skate that. Even though you just do a trick on it, it's mellow, it's scary and it's risky.
I would say I'm always nervous when it comes to a street league contest because just the format, it's so easy to be nervous.
I enjoy that. It's a different kind of challenge. Competition is a newer thing in my career. It's growing in me, so it's a different type of challenge than going out and filming a video part.
Well, I've been to the Super Crown before, and just from the experience before, I got eliminated at this very first round. So that's what I want to focus on this year, is just having a good line.
Getting ready for the Street League Skateboarding Super Crown World Championship here in Newark, New Jersey.
I mean, any one of these guys could win this contest.
So Street League Skateboarding is one of the ranking events of World Skate, and all these skaters that you have seen are from different countries of the world: America, Australia, Brazil. Let's move on to the next slide. So the table you are seeing in front of your screen is the Olympic Games qualification system. The total number of skateboarding athletes that are going to qualify for Olympics are 80, 40 men and 40 women. 40 नर और 40 महिलाएं एक ओलंपिक गेम्स में क्वालिफाई करेंगी, और हर इवेंट दैट इज पार्क एंड स्ट्रीट दोनों में 20-20 खिलाड़ी होंगे. तो just like in any other sport, there are going to be starting line for 20 athletes. Like जैसे street format होगा, street format is going to have 20 athletes in the starting line, and same is going to be for park format. So top 3 skaters in the Olympic World Skateboarding ranking will directly qualify for Olympics. In the next slide, we are going to see how the Olympic World Skateboarding rankings are being calculated. And 16 will be qualified through the ranking list of World Skate. And 1 place is allocated to the host country's top skateboarder. मान लीजिए अगर इंडिया में स्केटबोर्डिंग कंपटीशन होता है ओलंपिक का, तो the top ranked skateboarder from India gets a place, either or not he's having a rank in OWSR or not. Let's move on to the next slide. So let's know something about Roller Skating Federation of India. It's established in 1955, headed by Mr. Agrawal. He's 60 years old. He's from Odisha. He's a very dedicated person and very down to earth. The General Secretary of RSFI is Mr. Naresh Sharma. He's from Delhi. He's quite talented and enthusiastic. You know, he knows how to get things done. He's doing a great job organizing national roller championships. So RSFI is affiliated to World Skate, and it's affiliated to International Olympic Committee, and the national roller games that are being happening since 55 years are quite prestigious events of India. So here you can see some of the athletes that we have that India have sent overseas to participate in international competitions. So Arun Kumar from Panna, he went to Nanjing Open, China with Asha and Shivam. So as of yet, we haven't been able to recognize ourselves as a top skateboarding country in the international platform, but sooner or later we are going to be there, because we have some very talented athletes, very talented skaters in our country. Okay, let's move on to the ranking, how the ranking works. So OWSR is calculated in the World Skate approved events. In the national championships, the first rank holder is going to get some points, some marking, some points that he's going to get will add up to his global ranking points. And similarly, the Continental Championship is going to have more marks, which will add more to the global ranking. So the Pro Tour events like SLS and Dew Tour, they are going to have more marks. So OWSR is calculated at each event, which has a specified maximum point total. Like if I'm having a seventh place, so the seventh place is going to score lesser points than the guy who is having a third place. All skaters are awarded points as per their performance, and the point system adds the global ranking system. So there is a qualifying period of Olympic Games in which the ranking points are being considered. So it was for in the year 2020 it was till June the qualifying period, but we have been seeing unprecedented times, so that has been extended to 2021. Olympic Games are going to be happening in Tokyo itself, but in the next year. So let's see the judging criteria. All skaters are given 3 run attempts of 1 minute each, and after that, 5 attempts for best tricks. Whatever the best trick they think they can do, they are going to get 5 attempts. In street events, the clock is not going to stop in any conditions, but in park events, the moment skater falls, the clock is being stopped. We are going to see it in a more clear manner in the next video that I have gathered. So this is the video of X Games Munich. The athlete is Pedro Barros from Brazil.
He has the highest single score. If he can match that run, it's going to put him in first. Oh, big Indy alley-oop.
Pedro's going to need a 31 to lead. Pedro has never gotten worse than a silver. It's pretty good odds for old Pedro. Or not so old Pedro, might I say.
Well, yeah, if he could do another run like the one he made, that will put him in first.
But I mean, we're still yet to see Curran with a proper run under his belt.
And then Stanford 5. One that really has no first. That's pretty risky right there. Oh no, he's not going to make this.
So as you see that the moment Pedro Barros fell off of his skateboard, the next skater came into the park and started his run. So let's move on to the next slide. The judging criteria, that these are the 6 factors that are being considered by the judges while giving marks. So there's going to be 3 to 5 judges as per the seniority of the tournament that is happening. In a national games, we can have 3 judges, but if it's going to be a 5-star tournament like SLS, there has to be 5 judges who use a 0 to 10 point scale. And the first criteria is the degree of difficulty of the trick. If a skateboarder is performing a kickflip, but another skateboarder is performing a kickflip but does a body varial, so perhaps the second trick is a little bit more difficult, hence is going to get more marks. The height and air time. If you are doing a kickflip from a higher obstacle, you're going to get more marks if you are going to do it on a flat ground. The speed also matters. So it doesn't make sense if a skateboarder stands in a separate part of the skate park and does all his tricks. You have to have speed while doing tricks. More marks if you are having more speed. Originality. What new trick you can get into this because skateboarding is very abstract sport, right? There are no finishing points. The composition of moves. So how well you combine all the tricks and make a more difficult line that you can probably land all the tricks. So the execution and flow is also a very important criteria. Like if you are doing a trick but but your toe is dragging, so the athlete which is doing that trick and landing very perfectly on all trucks, on both trucks, is going to get more marks. Let's see 3 runs of Nigel Houston from SLS 2014. You'll get to know how he performs his tricks and gain marks.
Squeezed into the finals. Yeah, he just squeezed into the finals, but he had 2 great run scores in the semis. He had an 8.8 and an 8.9. So if he can continue on with that, it's looking like he's going to get a really good score as we move in.
That's right. He floundered a bit in best trick, but his runs were incredible in prelims.
I mean, he's already putting together an incredible run. I mean, the back 180 nose grind to straighten that back nose blunt were perfect.
Looks like he's doing such a good job of mixing up the tricks, too. You've got the flip tricks, you've got the really difficult rail tricks and ledge tricks.
And he doesn't pass up obstacles. He has a trick for everything on the course like that.
Hey, I wouldn't even fault him for it because he just jammed in so many tricks on every obstacle, like you said.
They were 7. I want to see what he brings to this. What do you think? What do you think's going through his head after seeing 9s go down so far?
2 things can be going through his head. It's either, what do I have? Can I do as well as they've done? Or it's, I'm good enough. I know what I'm doing. It's not a big deal, right? I did well already. I don't have 2 scores, but I've got all these tricks. So wait for my second score. You'll see it. It's great.
It looks like that's how he's approaching it.
Yeah, the confidence level was high. He looks like he's got a good playlist on. That matters.
He looks like he's feeling confident today. And there it is!
So talking about trick placement and what you do on your second run, he knows what to do more than anybody, and he does it with that back 180 nose grind. That is a 9-club run.
And I'm going to go back to...
One away with Jocelyn.
Yeah.
So you saw how well he performed all the tricks. So this combination of very difficult tricks are being formed when there is a practice time given to the skaters before the competition. So you can see that all his runs, he did very similar tricks like nose blunt, kick flip to body varial, tail slide, tray flip from the gap. So all these tricks he did in all the runs. So there is a reason he did all these tricks again and again in every line. So let's move on to the next slide and see the skate parks of India that we have. Go ahead and take a screenshot if you feel like. Moreover, these are, some of them are full length skate parks and some of them are skate spots. If you are a professional skateboarder, or if you are looking to skate with some friends, you can go over here and have a great time. So the very first park is from Pune, Baba Saheb Ambedkar Skate Park. So it's around 3 years old, and the park is in not very good condition, but there have been, this is a park format skate park. As you can see, no stairs or handrails or something like that. So you come down to the next park, that is Play Arena from Bangalore. So it's more of a park format, But there are some ledges and rails over here. I have been to that park. So a very new park and very versatile, which is 50 kilometers from Udaipur, Desert Dolphin Park in Khempur, Rajasthan. This park was actually built by um, my friend. She lives in UK, but she's actually an Indian, Vinti Makijani, and she actually with her team was are planning to. They actually made a movie in this park in which my friend Shubham had a very brief role. This movie was about a lady getting of age while being a skateboarder. This is the Delhi Skateboarding Academy in Navsarai, New Delhi, the very first full-length skateboarding academy in India, and they've been producing genius skateboarders like Antesh, Mahesh, Durgesh, and Shivam. Shivam practice here only, Shivam Balhara. So the manager of this skate park is my friend Mr. Sachin. I've been there a couple of times. This is from Kovalam, Kerala. You might have heard about Kovalam Skate Park. This is run by Mr. Vineet. He's a good friend. I've met him a couple of times. And they have also been producing awesome skateboarders like Rahul, Sean. I have I've done a selection process for Kerala team in the previous year for the National Roller Games. Atal Skateboarding Academy, Indore, Madhya Pradesh. I've been teaching skateboarding here since the last 2 years, and this is a full street skate park with rails, stairs, hubbas, grinding tables, and we have one of the biggest half pipe that is a wall ride, 11 feet. The Madras Wheelers, Chennai. This is a relatively new skate park. Janwar Castle, Madhya Pradesh. This park is in Janwar village, close to Panna, and I work for this community actually. I have been taking camps and skateboard clinics in this park since August 2018, and this is one of the first skate parks of India. Gaudiya Sickness Center, Madhya Pradesh. Uh, this park is being developed on the second floor of a building, and the manager of skate park is Mr. Rangat. He's a good friend. My athletes have been here for a camp of 1 week. They have had a very great time. And this is the skate park situated in Kerala, where the selection process for the national games was being organized. Uh, I have I have took a 1 month skateboarding camp in this skate park, and I had 16 to 17 athletes which I trained from scratch. This is the Holy Stoke Skate Park in Bangalore. This park was closed due to some issue. I don't actually know, but this is one of the first skate parks of India. Maligaon Skate Park, Guwahati, Assam. Uh, this skate park was going to witness the second skateboarding ranking competition of India by Roller Skating Federation of India on 3rd May, but things did not work out. This is a very awesome skate park, full length skate park having rails, you know, kidney bowls, hubbas, ledges. NRI Bowl, Navi Mumbai, Maharashtra. This is more of a kidney bowl, a park format. A couple of friends have been practicing here from quite some time. The Wallride Park, Hyderabad. Mojo Land, Sonipat, Delhi. A half pipe. The Cave Skate Park, Bangalore, Karnataka. Okay, we are done with the presentation and I'm open to questions.